Okay. First and foremost, would love to say good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. I know so many new people around here. Just want to say it's a pleasure having you all here. And today, I actually don't know exactly where I am, but I need to make a U-turn the other day, and I kind of stumbled onto this really cool area. And on that note, I might come back and sit over there. But I wanted to make a cool video here yesterday, and there were so many birds in the trees and monkeys. Basically, you can understand why in Bali. So many, and this is the place where it is, right here. And a couple quick announcements. Well, first of all, if you guys can check out, I'll send you guys there to our Instagram. You'll understand about this new Uncovered series that's coming out. That's number one. Number two, gear is available. I don't know if I've told you guys. I think I've mentioned it maybe once. Oh, it's loud in here. We'll go out here. I've mentioned it maybe once before, but gear. I haven't gotten this shirt available to ship yet, but there's masks, there's hoodies, there is coffee mugs, which seem to be pretty popular. All of those, it's in the description down below. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And especially with the mugs, because for some reason I can't get it shipped over here. So enjoy it, and please tag me in a picture. And today, interesting topic for today. I guess we can explore a little bit. I'm guessing before this place would be packed full of people, but super quiet. Super quiet. But basically, about maybe 7, whoa. Welcome to Bali. Go down the wrong street, bunch of water buffalo and cows. But basically, in about, I would say, almost probably now, it was probably a year ago. A year ago, I was in Barcelona. If you guys don't know, there's plenty of vlogs linked there. And, you know, I was in this cafe. If you guys can ever, oh, I need to buy some fruit from this lady. I'm gonna show you guys how cool it is in Bali, actually. Watch this. So a lot of times, hello, selamat pagi. Yes. You can buy like fruit from people. Hello. Apa kabar? I just take papaya. Oh. It's okay? Here. It's for you. Makasih ya. Sampai jumpa. Literally, that's how you can get fruit here in Bali. Well, I think it's probably all in Indonesia. But basically, a while ago, I might as well have a seat real quick. About a year ago, I was in Barcelona. And if you guys go to Barcelona, everyone always asks me where you should go. If I could recommend something, find a place that is within about 500 meters from Plaza Catalunya. Plaza Catalunya is like kind of the main square where La Rambla starts. And I always used to stay in a place called St. Christopher's Hostel. The place I liked, the place I enjoyed. And one day I was sitting there, and you know, I was sitting there and I was on the phone. These people kind of walked by and looked at me. Now, I'm a little bit narcissistic, I think, sometimes, tendencies. And I think just from being a pro athlete and being on YouTube, I think when people stare at me, I always think like they know me. That's the first thing I think. And the second thing is like, how do they know me? So ever since I started on YouTube, now it's opened up my face. People know what I look like all over the world in places that I've been in, some of the craziest places. And so now when people are looking, I'm always just like a little bit like, do they know me? Am I just like, in Asia, I'm just like a genetic anomaly. I'm a genetic phenomenon. So people look at me for that, but I'm always like, do they know me? So I'm in Barcelona, and I'm used to people coming up, but not used to people just staring, young people just staring. Usually they always come and say something or wave or something. So they're looking at me, and I'm just looking at them. I'm just like, huh, okay. And I get up, and then I kind of walk around, and I'm walking around the phone, and I just finished the conversation on the phone, and I'm about to leave this hostel, and I'm like, these people are still staring at me. It's really weird. And I walk out the hostel. I walk about 2 minutes away, reach in my pocket, my wallet is gone. So I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. My wallet has everything. All my stuff was in it. At this point in time, I didn't think like, oh, I should put some stuff here. No, I had everything in my wallet. And as I'm walking away, you know, I'm like, maybe it's in the hostel, maybe it's where I was sitting. I go back to look where I was sitting, it's not there. I'm just starting to freak out. And those guys who were staring at me, one of them walked over to me, and I'm just like, man, I don't have time to talk to this person. Like, I'm really freaking out. I need to find out what I did with my wallet. And as soon as I said that, the guy walked over to me. He's like, are you Luke? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, he recognizes me from somewhere. He's gonna wanna talk, and I just don't feel like it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I have your wallet, man. Did you leave this somewhere? And he handed me my wallet. He handed me my wallet. It was the biggest shock for me. I had so many opinions of what these people were doing. They were looking at me, they were judging me, I had this whole story in my mind. And it turned out that this guy, who I honestly thought they were gonna fight me, they had my wallet. They had found my wallet. These people had found my wallet. And I had been judging them, thinking that they were gonna do all this kind of crazy stuff to me. And it was in this moment that I really realized that we never know. Of course, there's always a lot of sounds. You never, ever know. You know, they found my wallet at this time, and I remember the guy was from Italy. I brought him a bunch of food, and we had some drinks, and then I left. But I remember that initial thought that I had about him, my initial thought of this negative thought pattern that I had. And you know, from this lesson, and I know this is true for so many of you guys, so many times we don't understand what's going on. So many times we look at it as, you know, kind of this is just another bad thing happening. It's another something happening. Oh my gosh. And this is just a friendly reminder to understand that sometimes the things that we think are happening against us are happening for us. As Tony Robbins says, I truly believe that everything is happening for you. All this craziness, personally, I believe that 2020 happened for you. You know, I can't find the meaning behind that. That's on you, but 2020 happened for you. And I say that because, you know, the meaning that we put to things defines our life. The meaning that you put to it defines your life. Everyone sees things with different meanings. You know, for me, I look at this right here, these bamboo trees right here, the meaning, or you look at these. I know some of you guys haven't been to Bali, so bamboo, they're usually found in the woods. But for you, this bamboo tree looks pretty cool. Like maybe you could make a raft or something like that. But for the locals here, I'm gonna show you. This isn't the best example, but for the locals, hold on. I think there's water in this one. But there's water in there. For the locals, the meaning that they have attached to that is that's a place to get water. That's free water, that's clean drinking water. And basically, I mean, this is not the jungle, of course, but in the jungle, you can see little holes cut in the bottoms from where they've drank the water from out of them. This is in the middle of the city, so not so much here. But it's the meaning that you put to everything. So the meaning that you put to what's going on in your life right now defines how you can live your life most of the time. You know, the meanings that we put to everything. The meaning that I put on that Italian guy was that him and his friends were gonna fight me. But in reality, what they told me is they were trying to figure out if that was me or not. They couldn't tell by the picture because my picture looked really, who does take good driver's license pictures, you know? The picture didn't look like me so much, you know? And, you know, that whole time, that meaning that I attached to it was that they're trying to attack me. They wanna do something, they recognize it. It was just negative, and I was wrong. And I was wrong, and I could have just walked away. I could have just avoided them and been like, leave me alone. And that would have cost me my wallet. That would have cost me a lot. That would have cost me not only for the money, but to get all my papers, my documents, my residency cards for in the EU. It would have been a hassle, all because I attached a wrong meaning to it. And that just kind of goes to show you here in 2020, what is the meaning that you're attaching to this year? What is the meaning you're attaching to it? For me, as I told you guys, like my plans were all canceled. And I'm someone who everyone says focus on one thing and go at it. I planned A, B, C, and D, and all of them were canceled within a month of this year. All of them, every single one. And then so for me to actually still be that same person who I am, to still progress and do all these things I want to do, what was the meaning that I attached to it? Now the meaning for me came to be, well, I guess I wasn't meant to do that right now. As sad as it wasn't easy. I was supposed to go back to basketball. I was supposed to be in Poland. I was supposed to be at the Opener Festival. I was looking forward to going to Opener for 1 year. Since the last festival finished, I couldn't wait to go back. I was so excited to go back. And just like that, it was done. And the meaning that I attach to it defines everything. I really want you to think about that. I want you to think about the next time someone says something rude to you, like, what are you doing? Or they don't smile back at you. Think about the meaning that you put to that. You could put the meaning like, I shouldn't smile anymore, people are just mad all the time. Or you could put the meaning as they're actually having a horrible day and I just helped them out a little bit. Everything comes down to the meaning that you give it, the meaning that you put to it, the meaning of these trees, the meaning of all this stuff, what it means. And that can be the difference between life and death, literally. And the jungle is a scary place. And if you guys watch the jungle vlog, I'm pretty sure I made a vlog in the jungle. I'm pretty sure I did. I know I made an hour video that you guys can still purchase if you email me. But in the jungle, those things meant so much to our guide, Madej. Madej knew everything. He knew what to eat. He knew what to make for rubber. He knew how to make fire. He knew how to make the mushrooms. He knew how to find the water in the bamboo. He knew how, what else did he know? He knew where the gel was to slick his hair back. He knew from all these plants, the meaning that he had to it changed his life. But for me, I don't know any of that. I don't have an awareness. I didn't know anything. So the meaning for me is the jungle is a scary place. But in reality, the jungle has everything that we need. Everything that we started, we all probably started in a jungle and had to realize either how to get out of here or like all this was jungle before that they had to clear out. So if there's something I could say today, it's the meaning you put on things that make the difference. That makes the difference how you go about your day. It makes the difference how you react to people, how you treat people after you've been treated badly, the meaning you attach to it. And as Tony Robbins says, if you can understand that everything in your life is happening for you and find that meaning, like you just tripped and fell walking, like if I trip and fall here, okay, I fell, that hurt. Now I can get mad, I can get pissed, I can be like, why didn't they just make this with clean concrete? Or I could attach a meaning to it, like I need to be more aware of what I'm doing. I need to be more aware of where I'm walking. This is the meaning I attach to it. Now there's no anger. I've learned a lesson. When you're angry and you are frustrated, it's hard to find the lesson. You know, when you experience something and you have a negative experience, let's say that, and it produces a negative emotion, then you have a negative feeling and you don't really get anywhere. That's called that's in a negative state. But if you have a negative experience and you don't attach an emotion to it, I believe that's called wisdom. And this is something that's super important, something that I work on. Lambagi. People are so nice. And it's something that I'm working on all the time, and it's the meaning you attach to something. So if I could challenge you guys with something, change the meaning of the things that are bothering you. For me, it was being on YouTube and knowing that usually I'd be traveling. I was supposed to be in other countries. I was supposed to be in the Philippines, all these places. That would have grown my channel a lot more. That would have brought in a lot more income. That would have done a whole bunch of things, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was supposed to happen. Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, like I'll see you another day, but now I can't really be there. But it was supposed to happen. And I could have put that meaning, and I did in the beginning. I was so like sad. And then as I saw the Bali airports were closing and the flights were grounded and I couldn't even get back to my country. Well, France is where I live, but I couldn't even get back to my home country where my family is in the States if I wanted to. Even to charter a private airport, you can't. It was impossible. It was the meaning that I attached to it. And I realized that when I changed the meaning and I started to put a meaning that was beneficial to me and that could help me to keep going, it allowed me to look for solutions. When I attached the negative meaning, there was no solutions. I put myself into the victim seat. And when you're in the victim seat, that means you don't have control. That's like saying, I'm in the driver's seat, I was driving, everything's fine, now things are crazy, so I'm just gonna jump in the passenger seat. That's basically what it is. And the meanings that you put on something defines what seat you're sitting in. So that's just a little thought for you guys while I'm here. Looks like a really cool place. Maybe recommend this for you guys to come here. I'm gonna chill out, relax, have my papaya. But I wanna thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. Looking for t-shirts, for gear, for masks. I have some cool masks. Check it out in the description below. Really cool program that's coming out as well on magnetism to help you guys to attract people. You know, I thought about it. Is it attracting things? It's not attracting things. It's attracting people. Everything is about people. If you have a product, if you have anything, or you want a relationship, everything is about people. It's about attracting the people, but it's about attracting the right people. And this is what this is gonna teach you and then show you guys how send me an email, LukeLifeCharms@gmail.com if you're interested. Like I say, I'll have a separate video come out for it, but I'm excited for it. It's happening in about 2 weeks, so really looking forward to it. It's a first live group thing that I'm hosting. Look forward to hearing from you. Send me an email. I'll respond to you tonight, or write me on Instagram. It's much easier. I'll get back to you really quick. And on that note, from here in Ubud, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to everyone later. And everyone, always remember to work hard, be brave. Yeah, you got it. And don't forget to smile. Ciao.